In this problem, it says, which of the following is the graph of the region 1 is less than x plus y, which is less than 2 in the standard xy coordinate plane? There's really two ways to go about this. One way that I like to do is notice that they give you the x and y axes. And so what you can do is you can ask, all right, is the point 0, 0, does that work for this inequality? Well, if x is 0 and y is 0, then that would be 1 less than 0 less than 2. And that doesn't work, which means the origin should not be a solution. That means it should not be in the region. So that means that letter F is not an answer, and letter K is not an answer. So we still have J, we still have G, and we still have H. Now what do they all have in common? Well, they all pass through 1, 1, or 1, negative 1, and 2, 2, or 2, negative 2. But looking at this one right here, let's see, what's a point here in this region? Let's call that 1.5, comma 0. Well, let's plug that into our inequality. 1 less than 1.5 plus 0 is 1.5, which is less than 2. That works. What about over here? This would be 0, comma 1.5. Well, that's essentially the same thing. So that would also work. This point over here would be the same thing, 0, 1.5. But what about this one? Negative 1.5, comma 0. That's a different point because it's negative. So 1 less than negative 1.5 less than 2. Well, that doesn't work. So G is out. And the other one down here, we have 1.5, comma 0. We know that works. Over here, we have 0, comma negative 1.5. Well, that's working the same way as that. We know that point doesn't work. So we're left with J as our only answer. Now, another way you could think about this is to think of this inequality as two inequalities. So instead of 1 less than x plus y less than 2, break it up. Break it up by first covering this part. 1 less than x plus y, and this one x plus y less than 2. And in both cases, we want to get y by itself. So 1 minus x is less than y, and y is greater than negative x plus 2. And let me turn this around. So y is greater than negative x plus 1. So what we're looking for is we're looking for two inequalities, that is two lines, where the slope is negative 1 and the y-intercept is 2 and 1. Well, the only graph that has that is this one. These lines both have a slope of negative 1, and they have y-intercepts of 1 and 2. So there's an alternative way of looking at this problem.